Hi, this is Tyler Kettle, and this is another reading of In Space, No One Can Hear Clean. This is from the beginning. This is a little bit rougher. May 25th, 2030. Where to start this? I don't even know who you are. Why should I be telling you this stuff? Whatever. Maybe no one will read this. Okay. I should start this with telling you who I am and where I am. That would be a normal human thing to do. I'm Matt, and I'm the janitor on the CS Douglas. It's a spaceship, I should say. You must be wondering, why does a spaceship need a janitor? Well, I'll get to that. But I want to explain to you how I got here. Rather, how does a 30-year-old college grad, borderline alcoholic, anxious, and semi-depressed janitor find his way onto a spaceship? No, I didn't sneak on board. That would be ridiculous and stupid. It all started one winter morning. It was surprisingly sunny out for a Vancouver morning. I remember waking up that morning and looking at the John Lennon poster for the thousandth time, and the myriad of dirty clothes spread about the floor. What would Lennon think of my housekeeping? Would he care? I rolled out of bed and started to grab more clothes from the ground, where I left them the previous night. Morning, Roxanne said as she shifted around in bed. Morning. Do you feel better today? Put a shirt on and pulled on my pants. I think so. Roxanne sat up in bed and yawned. She glanced at me with her bright green eyes, framed by her long brunette hair. You should go back to sleep. Fully dressed, I got to my feet. Yeah, maybe. I'll lie here for a bit. Roxanne fell back into bed. Took my phone off the charger on the messy bedside table and reminded myself to get rid of the empty beer cans and receipts next time. With my phone in my pocket, I started to leave the room, passing the overfilled laundry basket. I wish you didn't have to go to work. Roxanne looked at me. I wish I didn't either, but I can't keep calling in sick and inventing excuses. Soon enough, they'll catch on, right? I leaned against the door frame. I know. It's fine. Roxanne rolled away from me. Hesitant whether to go to her or not, I decided to leave the room. I was already running late. I ran to the bathroom and ran for the usual morning business: toilet, deodorant, face wash, brush hair, the whole thing. Afterwards, I went into my cheap kitchen, complete with a aging fridge and worn cupboards. Did I mention that one of the outlets on the stove doesn't work? Still groggy, I went through the motions of making my breakfast. Firstly, I made my shake with strawberries, banana, yogurt, peanut butter, and flaxseed, and I prepared some oatmeal. To finish all this, Roxanne walked into the room. She was dressed in a long t-shirt. She always likes those shirts. Are you hungry? I asked as I held a held the bowl of oatmeal in one hand and the shake in the other. No, no, I just wanted to see you off. Roxanne sat down on a worn down table, something that had gone for $10 at a garage sale. I might have overpaid. I took the other seat and started to eat. Neither of us spoke as I tried to finish my food as quickly as possible. Remember, I was running late. What are you going to do today? I asked, in between bites of oatmeal. I don't know. Might go for a walk. Roxanne looked out the window. It's a good day for it. I rapidly drank down the rest of my shake and finished my oatmeal. Then I put the dirty dishes in the dishwasher. I tossed a container of leftover pasta in my backpack along with a water bottle and grabbed my bike helmet and gloves. Gotta go. Stopped next to Roxanne and kissed her. Love you. Love you too. Have a good day. Roxanne stared out the window. You too. I walked over to the door and put a coat on. Then I left the apartment. Stepping out into the hallway of faded carpet, I wondered about Roxanne. The doctor said the pills would work, and they seem to have worked, but when will she be back to her old self? Is there any way back to her old self? I don't know. Trying not to think of that as I walked to the elevator and got on it. Riding down to the lobby, I quickly got my bike out of storage and exited the building. Walking outside, I could see the sun above the distant high rises, but no other people walked by in the street. Another portal adjoined another gateway in the sky. Great. More of those fucking things, I mumbled to myself as I got on my bike and rode off down the road. As I shuffled, I wondered which detours I was going to take today, because of portals. They had gone from nuisance to pretty fucking dangerous in a matter of months. Of course, I don't need to explain all of this to you. I mean, you're human, right? Not an alien from the deepest slash weirdest parts of space? Or some guy who lives under a rock, under another rock? Okay, maybe you could be these things, so I'll give you the short story of this. Some pearls started to appear on Earth. At first, people took selfies next to them and made tech talks next to them. Then those same portals started pulling phones, animals, houses, people. Of course, governments got to work figuring out a solution right away. Sorry, that wasn't true. Actually, they just said hopes and prayers and were monitoring the situation. Then Tom Cruise jumped a motorcycle into one, and that soon changed. I mean, the world can't afford to lose a couch jumping Scientologist, right? As opposed to a few thousand people. Now we're here, with everyone and their neighbor trying to figure out where these pearls are coming from, and me, your average guy, going back and forth between work. The world may be falling apart, but yeah, those floors of the CSA need to be scrubbed ASAP. Welcome to my life.